Okay, we'll get started. So, good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. My name is Amy. I'm the Employee Relations Manager here at West Yorkshire Pension Fund. I'm joined today by Finola, who is one of our Employer Pension Fund representatives. Finola is going to take you through the presentation this morning. Throughout the week, we have been running various different sessions in line with Pensions Awareness Week. And today we're focusing on the fundamentals of the LGPS for deferred members. So, deferred members means that you have a pension that essentially is frozen in the pension fund. It might be that you're no longer working for local government any longer, or it may be that you've opted out, or it could be that perhaps you have an active record with us and also a deferred kind of pot as well. So we're going to be focusing today on the benefits for deferred members and going through the options that you've got and talking to you about the benefits that you do still have as a deferred member, even though you're not actively paying into the scheme. So just a little bit of housekeeping. The session is going to last around 35 minutes this morning. Any questions that you do have, if you just pop them in the chat box and we will pick those up at the end for you. Chances are the question is probably going to be answered in one of the subsequent slides, but anything that isn't picked up in the presentation, we'll certainly pick up for you at the end of the session. We are unable to discuss any personal circumstances or any kind of figures on the call this morning. It will just be general questions that relate to deferred membership. The slides are already on the website, and what I've done is I've just dropped the link in the chat where the slides are. Early next week, there will be a recording of today's session and on all the sessions from earlier in the week, if you wanted to catch up on anything. I think that's it from me for now, so I'll hand over to Finola and I will pick back up at the end to pick up your questions. Thank you very much.
Okay, great. Thanks, Amy. Morning, everybody. I'm Finola. Welcome to the Deferred Benefit session. So I'm going to talk to you about having a deferred benefit. So as Amy says, if you do have any questions, pop them in the chat box and we'll have a look at them at the end of the presentation and see if we've not covered it or if there's something we can do for you. And unfortunately, we can't answer any personal or individual questions in depth. So if you do have anything specific, contact our customer services team. And we've got their number on one of our slides for you to look at as well. So shall we make a start? So in today's session, we'll be covering the basics of the scheme. I'll be covering life cover, the annual pension statement, the steps to claim your pension, the self-service portal, and we'll have some actions for you as a deferred member. Just to explain something about ourselves and our operations, we administer the local government pension scheme for the West Yorkshire Pension Fund, the Lincolnshire Pension Fund, the London Borough of Hounslow and the London Borough of Barnet. So it's worth saying that our growth journey started in 2015 when we first entered into a shared service partnership with Lincolnshire County Council with the aim of improving efficiency and best value. Ever since our expansion, it's been a huge success. So much so, the shared service now includes 2 additional pension funds, the London Borough of Hounslow and the London Borough of Barnet. As well as our local government clients, we administer for a number of firefighter pension schemes, and this brings our total shared administration service partners to 26. We administer for over 850 employers with over 400,000 members of the scheme. And we do this with 112 staff dedicated to pensions administration and a further 19 investment staff. And we have offices in the city of Bradford and the city of Lincoln. As a deferred benefit holder, you were once a member of the scheme, and you've now left the scheme or the employment before you reached pensionable age, or maybe you've opted out. So you could still be working in local government, but just not contributing to the scheme. To have a deferred benefit, you will have met the vesting period for the scheme by being in the scheme for a period of more than 3 months or over 2 years to generate that pension benefit. The pension entitlement period has changed a few times and it's currently 2 years. Your deferred benefits will remain with us until you reach an age or a point in time when you wish to claim it or transfer it to another pension scheme. And we do release annual statements to let you know we still have the benefit and confirm the current values for you. And we'll look at the statements a little later on in the presentation. So here on this slide, we have a summary of the key benefits of the scheme. So it's a secure pension, there's a tax-free lump sum, there's ill health cover, life cover, a survivor's pension, and a pension for you. So let's look at them in a bit more detail. The retirement one, the one we're all looking forward to. So you can currently access your benefits from age 55. It is expected that the minimum age to access your benefits is going to change to 57 in the year 2028. The pension benefit will be reduced if you claim it early. So that would be before age 65 or your state pension age, depending upon when you were in the scheme. You can also have an ill health retirement at any age, but that is subject to conditions. In terms of it being a secure pension, it's a guaranteed pension backed by law. So it's in the local government scheme regulations of how it's calculated and guaranteed. It doesn't depend on investment return like some private pensions. So there's no worry of how well the stock markets and investments are performing. As we'll know recently that the markets have been turbulent, and that doesn't have an impact on your benefit. So the assurance is that the pension that you're entitled to is what will be paid to you at your retirement. It's inflation proofed. And what this means is it keeps its value in line with the cost of living. And I'm sure we've all heard there is a cost of living crisis going on at the minute as well. So having an inflation-proof pension benefit is very valuable. Your pension account has been uplifted this year by 6.7%. And of course, it's payable for life. So at retirement, you have the option to access a tax-free cash lump sum as part of your pension benefit. Depending on when you join the scheme, you may already have an automatic lump sum. But all members have the option to increase their tax-free lump sum. And what that means is that you can swap some of your pension for lump sum. And this is done in the ratio shown here on the slide. So for every £1 of pension you convert, you get £12 of tax-free lump sum payment in return. The maximum lump sum is set by the HMRC, and it can only be up to 25% of the capital value of the accrued rights, and that will apply overall to all your pension rights at retirement. If you're no longer fit or able to work, your benefits can be released on health grounds. An ill health retirement is only permissible with your employer's consent and is subject to certain conditions. And what that means is that if you qualify, you potentially could be eligible for immediate payment of your pension. And that is after an opinion from an independent registered medical practitioner. Again, it's inflation proofed, so it keeps its value in line with the cost of living. But ultimately, it's an employer's decision. And where there are disagreements about decisions, the law allows the opportunity to challenge the decision via the internal disputes resolution procedure, our appeals process. There is life cover. In the unfortunate event of your death, a lump sum is payable. For deferred members who left before the 1st of April 2008, if they die, the death grant is their deferred lump sum, and that includes the cost of living increases from their date of leaving to their date of death. And if you're a deferred member who left after the 1st of April 2008 and you die, will pay a death grant of 5 times your deferred annual pension. Choosing who receives that death grant is very important. So you can choose who should receive that death grant by filling in a death grant expression of wish form. If you do that, we can pay the money due quickly and inheritance tax will not be taken from the death grant. You can update your nominations on our portal, and I'll cover that in more detail a little later. But with that in mind, please make sure that you complete a nomination form so there's no doubt as to who you want it to go to. You can nominate family, friends, or a charity. And when you die, your next of kin needs to let us know. The scheme provides a survivor's pension. So this gives you peace of mind to know that your family can have financial security. A spouse's or partner's pension could be payable if you're legally married, or you can prove that you're both free to marry and are interfinancially dependent. There's also a child's pension payable to children who are under 18 and for those who are in further education up to the age 23. A child's pension would continue if the child is permanently dependent on you due to a disability. So those are all the benefits of the scheme. Now let's have a look at where you can find your values. So this is what the annual pension statement would look like. So this confirms the value of the benefits when you've left the scheme. If you're over 55, it will tell you the options on how to claim them now. And you may find the most useful part of the statement is the estimates on page 2. If you're under age 55, then you'll get the full range of projections at 55, 60, 65 and your state pension age. However, if you're older than these points in time, the projections will be adjusted accordingly. And one will be to claim it from the next month of the statement issue, should you wish to claim it straight away. So here on page 2, we have each retirement point, and it shows the standard benefits for the annual pension and lump sum. These figures also include any reductions that apply to your pension for drawing it early at the respective ages. And then there's also the maximum lump sum details that you could achieve by reducing your pension. This provides you with the key information to assess and plan for your future retirement. The statement should be accurate, but before you make any life-changing decisions, please ask for a formal estimate. So when can you claim? For pension built up before April 2014, there's a protected normal pension age of 65, except for a very small number of members with an earlier protected date of 60. The protection means that if you draw your pension at the protected normal pension age, you'll get the pension built up in the scheme before the 1st of April 2014 in full. The pension built up after April 14 will be aligned to your state pension age. And you can use the government state pension age calculator to find out your state pension age. But be aware that the calculator doesn't include any proposed changes at this time. So if your state pension age changes in the future, your normal pension age for the benefits you build up after the 1st of April 2014 will change to match your state pension age. And it's worth saying that we have pensioners who live all over the world. So living outside of the UK does not prevent you from claiming your pension. We do regular checks on all our pensioners to ensure that nothing fraudulent is going on. So to claim your pension, we ask that you contact us about 3 months in advance, so that gives us plenty of time to get everything in order. When you do tell us you want to claim your benefits, we will issue you with a retirement pack. It will have all the options for your pension and lump sum conversions that are available to you, and it will ask you for your important bank details. You will complete the forms, return them to us. We would process it according to your selections, and we'll then write to you to tell you that we have processed it and confirm that the payment will be sent. So it's really straightforward. So if you do have any other pension arrangements, you could consider a transfer. A transfer can be paid to either a UK HMRC registered pension scheme or to a qualifying recognised overseas pension scheme. You can ask your new pension scheme or provider to request transfer details from us, or you can contact us directly. Transferring out is similar to transferring in. So if any of you remember doing that. So at your request, we send the new scheme the value and they tell you what it's worth with them. So you make your decision and consider all the impact points, remembering that with us, it's a guaranteed pension. So think about the value. Is it higher or lower with us or with them? And will you be able to claim it earlier or later with us or with them? These should be your points of consideration. Seek financial advice if you're in any doubt about your options. Pension scams, unfortunately, are out there and they can be hard to spot. Scammers can be articulate and financially knowledgeable with credible websites, testimonials, and material that's hard to distinguish from the real thing. They often offer free pension reviews. They guarantee to give you better returns on your pension savings. Scammers usually contact people out of the blue via phone, text, email. They even have their own website. Scammers will make false claims to gain your trust. Be wary of offers of free pension reviews. Professional advice on pensions is not free. A free offer out of the blue from a company you've not dealt with before is likely to be a scam. Take your time to make all the checks that you need, even if this means turning down an amazing offer. So be wary of the promise of returns that sound too good to be true, and don't be rushed into making any decisions. You should seriously consider seeking financial advice and guidance before changing your pension arrangements. The Pensions Advisory Service website is a free, independent and impartial information guide. The Money Helper website, if you're over 50, has PensionWise, which offers pre-bookable appointments to talk you through your retirement options. Financial advisors are available, and it's important to make the best decision for your own personal circumstances. So you should consider using a financial advisor. If you do opt to use a financial advisor, be sure to use an advisor that's regulated by the FCA and never take advice from the company that's contacted you or from someone they recommend, as that too could be part of a scam. If you think you've been approached by a scammer, you can report it. Action Fraud, as you can see here on the slide, can be contacted with the details and they'll investigate it for you. So hopefully nobody else will end up being scammed. Being mindful of fraud, a lot of our information is available online. But we think online is a good idea. It keeps you up to date. There's no need to store your documents at home. It's good for the environment. So that's a one-stop shop for you. It's designed to be clear and accessible and support you on your pension journey. So with that in mind, can I introduce you to My Pension? So for those of you who are not already registered, I want to make you aware of My Pension. It's our online portal that gives you access to the information about your own pension, and it puts you in the driving seat to take ownership of your account. So from the online portal, you can view your membership details, update your contact details, and update your death grant nomination, and view your documents, such as your annual pension statement. And this will help you to manage your account more fully. As well as allowing you access to the key information in relation to your pension account, My Pension helps you to ensure that the data we hold in respect of your pension is accurate and up to date. When you log into the portal, it's really easy to navigate using the 4 main tabs along the top. So that's membership details, personal details, change my account, and view my documents. The web address listed here on the slide is where you can register for My Pension if you haven't already done so. And for those that haven't already done so, it's really quick and easy to do. So you would go to our website, you click on the My Pension link, select register, enter your details, and an activation key will be emailed to you. Once you've activated your registration, you'll have full access to the facilities I mentioned earlier. So that's look at your statements and update your nominations. We also have a video on our website that will guide you through the steps to completing and registering your account, and you may find that helpful and supportive. So there are some other websites I'd like to tell you about as well. So our website, the West Yorkshire Pension Fund website, so it's our own detailed channel, and it has a deferred benefit information section. And of course, it's where you register for My Pension. The Retirement Living Standards website will help you plan for the future, and it's provided by the Pensions and Lifetime Savings Association. And it's pitched at 3 levels of retirement model: minimum, moderate, and comfortable. And it's based on a basket of goods and services, from food to drink and holidays. The Money Helper website is another really useful website. It's provided by the Money and Pension Service, which in itself is a body sponsored by the DWP with a wider range of financial information. And it's home to the Pension Wise service, and they give advice and guidance, and you can book appointments with them. And in terms of support that we can provide, if you have any specific scenarios that you're struggling with, or you still require some assistance, then please do get in touch with our customer services team at our contact centre who will help you. Their details are displayed here on the slide. You can contact us via email or the contact centre phone number. And don't forget, we have all that information on our website, and it's where you register for My Pension. If you are considering retiring soon, you might be interested in joining one of our partners' pre-retirement planning sessions online. And they'll keep you and inform you and try and get your plans on track and get you to start planning early. These courses run all year, so please have a look on our website for the dates that you can book onto those courses. They're very informative. So we have some actions for you, a wee bit of homework for you. If you haven't already registered for My Pension, we'd like you to do that. If you have, we'd like you to log on and check your details, update your nominations and check they're all who they should be for, and review your pension statement so you can keep an eye on that money and think about how you're going to spend it. So here's the disclaimer. This presentation has been issued to you by the West Yorkshire Pension Fund. This guidance has been prepared on the Fund's current understanding of the scheme regulations, therefore should not be treated as a complete and authoritative statement of the law. Users may wish or will need to take their own legal advice on the interpretation of any particular regulations. No responsibility whatsoever will be assumed by the Fund for any liability, financial or otherwise, incurred by stakeholders relying on this statement. The Fund does not accept any responsibility or reliance on the contained or referred to in this guidance. So that's me off the hook. So we'll be sending around a survey later. If you could take the time to complete that, that would be appreciated. Thank you very much for your time today. If you have any questions related to the presentation, please drop them in the chat box and we can have a look at them now. Otherwise, you're free to leave the meeting and enjoy the rest of the day.